Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Uma Rajashekar. Welcome all of you to an evening of an enchanting and entertaining Indian Kuchipudi dance showcase, performing by participants from Kuchipudi Nilayam. I now introducing Srimati Sunita Desharaju, who will be the master of ceremony for today's event. I now hand over to my Srimati Sunita Desharaju to continue this event.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests. We warmly welcome you to the decennial celebrations of Kuchipudi Nruthya Nilayam, Sydney. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. I would also like to pay respects to the elders both past and present and extend this respect to other Aboriginals. Before we begin with the proceedings, I would like to go through a few housekeeping rules. The male restrooms and female restrooms are located outside the hall. Also, in case of any emergency, please note your nearest exits. As a mark of respect to the young dancers and their hard work, we request you to please keep your phones on silent and maintain silence during the performance. Kindly hold your applause until the end of each item. Please note that there would be a 30-minute break after item 6, during which food can be purchased from the food stall outside. We humbly request you to please keep your surroundings clean and tidy and return to the hall with a few minutes to spare so that we can stick to the time schedule. I would like to introduce Uma. As most of you would have known her to be your friend, your confidant, your colleague, or your relative. Kuchipudi Nruthya Nilayam was founded by Srimati Uma Padmaja Rajasekharani. Born to the loving couple, Sri Giriraju Hanumantarao Garu and Srimati Rajeswari Garu, Uma Padmaja exhibited her passion for dancing from a very young age. She made her dancing debut at the age of 4 and gave her first major solo performance at the age of 5 at All India Music and Dance Competition. Her knowledge of Kuchipudi is clearly depicted in her beautiful expressions. She was under the tutelage of the great gurus of Kuchipudi, Sri Bhagavatula Ramakotaya Garu, Sri Venkapati Chinnasatyam Garu, Srimati Shobha Naidu Garu, and Sri Bhagavatula Sethuram Garu. She won the appreciation of audience and has received numerous awards, accolades, including the State Award from the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, along with awards from renowned Telugu film actors such as Sri Kanta Rao Garu, Srimati Jamuna, and Sri N.D. Ramarao Garu. Srimati Uma travelled far and wide and performed in India, the United States of America, Australia, Cuba, and other countries. In the year 1999, Srimati Uma started her dance school in Chicago, USA, and trained many local students of the Silicon Valley, California, before moving to Sydney. She started her dance school, Kuchipudi Nruthya Nilayam, in Sydney in 2007 and has been training students aged 4 to 60 years. She has imparted training to over 150 students across different countries. She regularly visits her beloved gurus in Kuchipudi village of Andhra Pradesh to retain her close connection with the dance form and its ancient culture. She has been happily married to Sri Ravikumar Rajasekharani and they have a handsome son Rahul. In honor of her achievements, dedication and hard work, Can we please have a round of applause for Srimati Uma Rajasekharan? As most of you are aware, Kuchipudi is a classical dance form from the state of Andhra Pradesh and is counted amongst the 5 leading dance forms in India. It originated in the village of Kuchipudi in Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. Similar to all other classical dances, Kuchipudi too evolved as a religious art, rooting back to age-old Hindu Sanskrit text, Natya Shastra, and connects traditionally with temples, spiritual faiths, and traveling bards. Usual performance repertoire of Kuchipudi includes an invocation, short dance, Darubu, pure dance, Nruthya, and expressive dance, Nruthya. Kuchipudi dance is incomplete without remembering the great Siddhendra Yogi. He is lauded as Adi Guru by Kuchipudi dancers and gave his life and blood towards this dance form in its budding stages. He is the author of Bhama Kalapam, the jewel of Kuchipudi, and he is the one who brought a distinctive style to Kuchipudi. We would now like to play Pravesha Darubu, which is a tradition or which is a stage rite that we play before we start the program. It would be a small composition of song or dance, and that's mainly played to introduce characters and to set the mood for the dancers to come. So let's start the program with Pravesha Darubu. We begin the program with Ganesha Stuti. Ganesha is the lord of Ganas. He is the lord of prosperity, knowledge and wisdom. He is the destroyer of evil and remover of obstacles. This is an invocation dance where the dancers offer prayers to Lord Ganesha to eradicate all possible difficulties and seek his blessings. Presenting to you Ganesha Stuti, choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharuni and performed by Maktika Desaraju and Ranjana Rao. This song is in Gambhira Nattai Ragam Aditalam.
वार्षिकं आकार्यं चन्द्रतारादि
for Smriti, Snigdha, Priya and Shriya. Thank you. By one of our youngest dancers, Shriya Chittanuri, where she is praising Lord Ganesha, who broke his task to write Mahabharata that was dictated to him by sage Vyasa. This dance has been choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharani. It is in Ragamalika Ragam Aditalam. Please welcome Shriya Chittanuri to the stage.
guys, old people there, they can't see the dance at all. I don't know where you can.
No, I don't have an
Such
option.
a graceful and enthusiastic performance by our darling Shriya. Let us all show our appreciation with one more round of applause, please. is a Jati Swaram, and as the term suggests, it's a combination of Jati and Swara patterns. Unlike the Swara Jati, which has Sahityam, a Jati Swaram is usually Tala-centric and can contain Solkata usages instead of Padams or words. A Jati Swaram can have many passages varying in length, usually in increasing fashion. The nada can differ from a slow to fast and back to the original. This composition is in Saveri Ragam, Rupakatalam, and has been choreographed by Srimati Ma Rajasekharan. Please welcome Ranjana Rao, Maktika Desaraju, Snigdha Karmakunda, and Priya Pandaladini to the stage.
Sinta, 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 sinta,
by Ranjana, Malpita, Snigdha and Priya. Well done team. We move on to the next item, which is Ashtalakshmi. 8 Lakshmis, Ashtalakshmis, are a group of 8 manifestations of Devi Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth. She presides over 8 sources of wealth, which in this context are prosperity, abundance of crops, good health, knowledge, strength, progeny, power and success. This dance is being performed by Smriti Karmakonda, Priya Pandalaneni, Shriya Srigiriraju, Malpika Desaraju, Shweta Maram, Trinika Suraparaju, Radhika Chittanuri and Shivani Munju. This dance item has been choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharani and is in Ragamalika Ragam Adi Talu. Please welcome the Ashtalakshmis onto the stage. Sri Mahalakshmi Hindu సంప్రదాయంలో సిరి సంపదలకు, సౌభాగ్యానికి, సుఖ సంతోషాలకు, సంతానానికి, ధైర్య సాహసాలకు, విజయానికి అధిదేవత. జీవితంలో పరిపూర్ణత్వాన్ని సాధించుకునేందుకు వివిధ రూపాలలో లక్ష్మీదేవిని ఆరాధించే ఆనవాయితీ శ్రీ ఆది శంకరాచార్యుల కాలం నుంచి ఈనాటి వరకు కలదు. ఈ దేవి మూల విరాట్ ఆది లక్ష్మి. చేతిలో వరికంకులతో వికసించే ధాన్యలక్ష్మి. ఆపదలను ఎదుర్కొనే శక్తినిచ్చే ధైర్యలక్ష్మి. ఇరుప్రక్కల గజరాజులతో సిరులరికే ఈ తల్లి గజలక్ష్మి. ఒడిలో పసిపిల్లడితో అలరారుతున్న ఈ లక్ష్మి సంతాన లక్ష్మి. జయాల్ని సమకూర్చే విజయలక్ష్మి. వామహస్తంతో వేదాలు పట్టుకొని వీణ వాయిస్తున్న ఈ దేవి విద్యాలక్ష్మి. బంగారు నగలను అలంకరించుకొని శోభిల్లుతున్న ఈ లక్ష్మి ధనలక్ష్మి. ఈ 8 లక్ష్ముల ఆరాధనే శ్రీ అష్టలక్ష్మి స్తోత్రం.
What are you doing, Sonu?
Yeah.
She lives happily in the pond, surrounded by fish, birds and turtles until the arrival of Ravana, who breaks the spell and returns her to her former shape. The demon king falls in love with her and offers her to make her his queen, an offer she can't refuse. This song is in Mohanaragam, Adi Talam, choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharani and performed by Shriya Chittanuri, Khushi Rupakula and Ashita Mattapalli. Ladies and gentlemen, please shower them with your blessings and praise. This item concludes the first half of the performances for tonight. It is believed that Lord Vishnu has taken 10 incarnations and descended onto the earth to protect and re-establish Dharma.
Haritas
Wow, that was an indeed captivating performance full of meaning and expressions. Very well done, team. We now move on to the next item, which is Brahma Mukkate. Brahma Mukkate is a meaningful kirtana by Sri Tarlapaka Annamacharya. It tells the devotees that though there are differences in the way people lead their lives, the Supreme Spirit is one. Lord Venkateshwara is our Saviour, and everyone should chant the names of Lord Vishnu for mukti. This kirtana is in Gopala Ragam Adi Talam. This is being performed by Shivani Mundru Trinika Suraparaju, Khushi Rumpakula, and this item has been choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharani. Please welcome Brahmamukkade team onto the stage.
Charitamritamannayarya Srimad-Madhya Charitamritamannayarya Pitva Vinaiva Subhita Manuja Bhaveyuhu Pitva Vinaiva Subhita Manuja Bhaveyuhu
mesmerizing performance by the beautiful trio. Please give Shivani, Trinika and Kushi one more round of applause. Thank you. We move on to the next item, which is Shiva Shambho. Lord Shiva is the auspicious one, the supreme god, the destroyer and transformer, the lord of cosmic dance of all creation and destruction. The power and capability of the Shambho sound can liberate a being from one dimension of entanglement and move him into a different state of freedom. This dance is being performed by Radhika Chittanuri, Shweta Maram and Shriya Srigiriraju. The composition is in Ragamalika Ragam, Aditadam and has been choreographed by Srimati Uma Rajasekharan. Please welcome Radhika, Shweta and Shriya onto the stage. Thank you.
recording మర్చిపోయా
Please sit down. Please. Oh no. Sri Ravi Rajasekharani is an IT executive by profession who spent his working life in India, United States, Canada and Australia. He is the father to a well-educated and handsome son Rahul and husband to a loving wife Uma. Sri Ravi is an animal lover and works for the causes of rehoming lost or abandoned pets and prevention to animal cruelty. May we request Ranjana to come onto the stage to present Sri Ravi Rajasekharani with a bouquet. We cordially invite our chief guest, Sri Gautam Surapareni Garu, and request Sri Gautam Suraparaj Garu, and request Shriya Chittanuri to present him with flowers. Mr. Gautam Suraparaju is an entrepreneur and an art lover, along with being a loving father. He is the managing director of Trimil Homes. He did his graduation and masters in Russia and can fluently converse in Russian. Going to Russia at a very young age has given him the chance to develop his understanding of other cultures and traditions while embracing the various arts of different nations. As a child, he learnt Veena, therefore enabling him to understand the value and importance of classical music and dance. Sri Gautam Garu has developed a broad, holistic view to other cultures, hence his active participation in such cultural events. We are grateful to him for being present here this evening. We gratefully invite Sri Ranga Reddy Garu onto the stage and request Ashita Mattapalli to present him with flowers. We also gracefully invite Srimati Bharti Reddy Garu onto the stage and request Kushi Rupakala to present her with flowers. Srimati Bharti Reddy and Sri Ranga Reddy Garu have been living in Australia for the past 44 years. Both are founder members of the Australian Telugu Samiti and actively participate in all Samiti activities. They are also founders of SAISH, which stands for Strathfield Australian Indian Subcontinental Heritage, and Sri Ranga Reddy Garu has been the president for the past 3 years. Srimati Bharati is very much interested in music and various classical dance forms, mainly Kuchipudi. She avidly promotes Kuchipudi in Sydney and encourages the performers. In 1996, the first Kuchipudi performance in Sydney was organized by Srimati Bharati, where the artist Michelle, a student of late Padma Bhushan Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam Garu, performed. Srimati Bharati also organized a tour of Kuchipudi ballets in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Canberra and Auckland of Dr. Vempati and his troupe of 30 artists in 2004. May we now cordially invite Rahul, the only son of Srimati Uma and Sri Ravi Rajasekharani, onto the stage. Srinika will present him with a bouquet. He is a systems analyst by profession and supports charities that help the homeless with food and sheltering. an avid tech enthusiast and a follower of world news, Rahul also has a strong appreciation for art. Nikhil is Uma's nephew, and so it's fair to say that he knows his auntie better than most of us. From his formative years in Hyderabad through to adulthood in Sydney, Nikhil has grown up in the presence and influence of Srimati Uma and has also witnessed first-hand evolution of her dance group. May we please invite Nikhil onto the stage and request Sai Tej Matapalli to present him with a bouquet. May we also please request Srimati Uma Rajasekharani onto the stage for felicitation of our chief guests and distinguished guests. Big round of applause for Srimati Uma Rajasekharani, please. Srimati Uma and Ravi Rajasekharani will now felicitate Sri Gautam Suraparaju, our chief guest, with a shawl. Srimati Uma and Sri Ravi Rajasekharani will now present shawls to our special guests Srimati Bharati Garu and Sri Rangareddy Garu. May we please request Sri Gautam Suraparaj Garu to say a few words.
Good evening all. First of all, thanks Uma Garu and Ravi Garu for having me here for this 10th anniversary. And what a great performance by all the students. I can see hard work of both students and you, Uma Garu. And they're really blessed to have a teacher like you. And please keep on continuing with this hard work and sharing this art to the next generation. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best. And our support will be always here for you whenever you need it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam Garu. May we please request Srimati Bharati Garu to address the audience and say a few words.
Thank you. I'm very happy to say a few words about Uma Garu and Ravi Garu. I've known them for more than 25 years. They're very friendly and warm couple. Uma is one of my gurus. I learned Kuchipudi item from her before she moved to US. I found her to be a very good teacher. She's very pleasant, understanding and always positive. She was kind enough to conduct Nattuvangam for my very first performance in Riverside Theatre, Parramatta in 1996. My association with Uma is very special. When I organized Andhra Vaibhavam History of Andhras in dance drama form in 1997 for Sydney Telugu Association, Uma helped me to train young girls with dances for the program. She was cooperative and helpful, and together we put up an excellent, memorable program which was applauded by all, and people still remember the program. All these things happened more than 20 years ago. We visited them in US when they lived there for a few years, and we have very fond memories of our visit to US. Uma is trained in Kuchipudi dance since the age of 4. She got trained from very prominent gurus of Kuchipudi, including Sri Bhagavatula Ramakotaya Garu, Padma Bhushan Vempadati Satyam Garu, Srimati Shobha Naidu Garu, and Sri Bhagavatula Sethuram Garu. She had a school in USA. After moving back to Sydney, she started the Kuchipudi Nruthya Nilayam in Sydney in 2007. She has trained several dancers. She has always been helpful and obliged me whenever I had requested her to arrange performances by her students. Thank you, Mom. She's always pleasant to talk to and has the skills to communicate and extract best from her students. Uma is an excellent and dedicated teacher, and I wish her all the best in her endeavor to promote Kuchipudi dance form. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharti Garu. We request Rahul to speak a few lines about his mom and her children.
Thank you. Prepared a few words. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to my mother's 10-year Kuchipudi dance showcase and supporting her lovely students. A few words about my mom. I've been watching her dance ever since I was a child, but delving deeper into her background, she started at a very young age, and at 5 years old, she won her first silver medal in the All India Dance and Music competition. And then at 7, she re-entered the same competition and in the junior division and won a silver medal. Following that, she won her second gold medal at the age of 10 in the state school competition, and then a third gold medal in the World Youth competition at the age of 12. During that same year, she also won her second silver medal in the All India Music and Dance competition. As you can see from her accomplishments, she's quite qualified to teach Kuchipudi, but it takes more than a few medals to be a great teacher. She's always been quite driven and passionate about passing down her art to her students. She may be a bit harsh at times, but she always ensures her students completely master the steps she teaches them. I believe the harshness comes from her deep love of dance. And just like a master craftsman, she doesn't accept shoddy work from her apprentices. This is probably the reason why I never went into dance myself, because I didn't want to incur her wrath. Finally, I'd like to say how amazing and wonderful the event she organized is. The few dances that stood out to me was dance number 3, because someone so young managed to do a solo dance by herself, which, everyone, give her a round of applause, because that takes a lot of bravery and a lot of courage for someone that young, and I'm just blown away. The next dance that was amazing was Asta Lakshmi, which all her students seemed to participate in, and it was the longest performance by far, and just showcased everyone's skills individually. And then the one I thought was the most amazing in general was the Shiva Tandavam, which had that really cool dry ice effect and the Shiva costume. So, another round of applause for that one, please. And the final thing I'd like to say is thank you to everyone who helped set up this morning for the event. And thank you for coming.
Thank you, Rahul. We now request Nikhil to share with us his experiences with his aunt.
I'll try to keep this brief because I realise I might be keeping people from cake. I think we all agree the performance has been absolutely amazing tonight, and really what more could we expect when the instructor is the Uma Rajasekaruni. The performance that you've seen tonight is the culmination of 10 years of blood, sweat and tears. And not obviously figuratively, not literally there, but it was still a lot of hard work put in by all the students and especially my auntie right here. I was privileged enough to be there at the inception of this school all those years ago. It started from relatively humble beginnings, garages converted to dance studios, both in Holsworthy and Quakers Hill. And just a handful of bright young students, most of them no older than 5, but all with eagerness to learn the wonderful art of Kuchipudi. I think we all knew the first few students were in the right hands when we decided to embark on this endeavour. We've all heard the accolades tonight that my auntie has achieved throughout her career, as a dancer, the awards, the televised dance performances, the international tours. And someone with such experience was surely the right person to guide some bright young students starting out for the first time. I think Rahul touched on the fact that she's a very driven and hard-working teacher. But I think one of the other qualities that probably shone through and made this school such a success was her fun-loving nature. This is a quality that shone through not only as a teacher, but also, I'd like to say, a quality that shone through as an auntie. Believe it or not, I've always known her as a mischievous auntie. She was the one that would dress me up in awkward outfits, get me to pause awkwardly by the side while she takes millions of photos, would tease and taunt an impressionable 2 to 3-year-old into saying incriminating things and unflattering things about himself, and then laughing and running away while my parents chased after her and scolded her. But at the same time, she was also very caring. Her house was always like a second home to me growing up, and I was never wanting for anything else when I went there. And I think more than anything, this is the sort of qualities that has made this school very successful and enduring to this moment. So I'd just like to say congratulations, Amata, for an amazing 10 years, and here's to another 10 years more.
Thank you, Nikhil. We now have Trinika, who would like to say a few words about her teacher. Please welcome Trinika onto the stage.
So I'm speaking on behalf of the students who performed today, and we'd just like to thank Auntie for all her hard work and dedication that she put into this event, and we hope that you enjoyed it.
Very well said, Trinika. May we now request our Chief Guest Sri Gautam Surupraj Garu to join us to present certificates to the immensely talented artists who performed today. May we please invite Shreya onto the stage to accept her certificate. Shreya Chittanuri. We will now welcome Kuchipudi onto the stage to accept her certificate of appreciation. We request Trinika Surupraju to come onto the stage to accept her certificate. Raju, please come onto the stage to accept your certificate. Snitha Karmakonda, please come onto the stage to accept your certificate. We now request Priya Pandalaneni to come onto the stage to accept her certificate. Request Maktika Desraju to come onto the stage to accept her certificate. We request Ranjana Rao to come onto the stage to accept her certificate. We request Ashita Mattapalli to come onto the stage to accept her certificate. We request Smriti Karmakonda to come onto the stage to accept her letter of appreciation. We request Shivani Mundru to come onto the stage and collect her certificate. We request Shweta Manu to please come onto the stage and accept her certificate of appreciation. Finally, we request Radhika Chitanuri to please come onto the stage and accept her certificate of appreciation. Please give a big round of applause to all the wonderful performers of this evening and their teachers from Akuna Rajasekharji.
To begin with, I render my sincere thanks to Lord Nataraja for inspiring us all with the divine art of dance. I would like to thank to our chief guest, Mr. Gautam Surapraju, and special guests, Mr. and Mrs. Rangareddy Garu and Dr. Bharti Reddy Garu. And I would like to thank all those wonderful parents who have worked equally hard along with the students and me in making this function a grand success. Without their cooperation, I don't think I would have achievement what I have today. When I say parents, I mean all those parents from previous years too. It is their love for dance and ambition to develop an Indian dance from the native country that gave me the strength and support. Next, I would like to thank my students who have given life to the event. It was not an easy task. We practiced and practiced and practiced. They had their other academic exams too, but they took out some valuable time and came for practice regularly. I can see a bright future for them ahead. May God bless you all. I thank my friends and well-wishers, Anu Srinath, Padmaja Pandalneni, Padma Eluru, Kaushalya Rajapakshe, Pradeep Chitanuri, Simon Rutherford, my nephew Nikhil Srikir Raju, my husband Ravi Rajashekharni, my son Rahul Rajashekharni, especially Sunita Desharaju, who host for tonight, for helping me all the arrangements made for the day. I thank Trimil Homes for the wonderful cake, especially Sushma Suvaparaju for the design of the cake. I thank the management of Quakasir Community Center for giving us the venue to put up the show. Last but least, I thank my family members, my husband, my son, and my brother Venkat Srigir Raju, my sister-in-law Shashi Srigir Raju, my niece Sriya Srigir Raju, and my co-sister Padma Rajashekharni, who helped me design the brochure. I would be failing in my duty if I don't thank you, the audience, for gracing the occasion in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you once again.